Today I am bringing you the most overpowered build in NBA 2K25. This is going to be a 6'3" guard that gets contact dunks, 99 mid-range for every legend shooting badge you could possibly need in the entire game. We are also going to unlock every single dribble move and legend lightning launch on this build. Not only are we extremely overpowered offensively, but we are not going to let anything up on us on defense. This is going to be a two-way guard that really can do everything in the game. It took 5 seasons, but I finally perfected my guard build, and this is a build you can bring to every single game mode, 1s, 2s, 3s, and 5s. And no matter where you bring it, you're not going to be a liability whatsoever because you are a 4-way build that can do absolutely everything you need to do at the guard position. I'm going to break down how I made this build, every attribute, where I put my cat breakers, my max plus ones, and anything else you guys might need to know about this build in this video. That being said, we are closing in on 5,000 subscribers, so go down there, drop a like, drop a sub, turn the notifications on. I'm really putting you guys onto the best, most overpowered build in the entire game today, so I'd really appreciate it. I'm also going to include a full gameplay on the 2s court with this build at the end of the video after I break down how to make it. So make sure you're sticking around for that because it will show you the potential. It'll show you how good this build really is. My win percentage and 3-point percentage have both skyrocketed since I made this build. And if you don't want to waste VC on making different guard builds for the rest of the year, this is going to be the one that you need to make. So make sure you're watching all the way through, listening to exactly how I break it down and what I do, because I really do think I found the best build, the best guard build in the entire game today. Not wasting any more of your time in the intro, let's get into how to make this 4-way guard build. Into the builder here, as you can see, first name, last name don't matter, but it does say subscribe now, so go down there and drop a sub if you haven't already. I prefer my players to go right-handed. I just like how it looks. I like the fades. I like the jump shots. I like the dribbling, everything like that. So I went with right-handed. Jersey number does not matter. So we are going to get right into the build here. Just go ahead and continue there. Position point guard. I looked at a ton of different heights, and I've made different height point guards all year long. But I found that 6'3" is going to be the best bang for our buck. We're going to get the most attributes. We're still going to be able to play amazing on offense, completely carry the team on that end of the floor, but not be a slouch on defense. We're still going to be able to guard 1 through 3, 1 through 4, get a lot of stops. 178 pounds because the lighter you are, the more your stamina lasts and the faster you move in this game. And we are going to be a point guard, so we want to be as fast as possible. We're going to go ahead and continue from that though. Into our finishing stats, we're going to start by putting our close shot all the way up to a 79 rating, more than enough for a point guard build. Driving layup, we're going to go ahead and put that up to a 75. Again, more than enough for a point guard build. We are getting bronze layup mixmaster and silver float game. Throw on real player percentage layups. You'll be making way more layups than you should be with that rating, honestly. But we'll go with that 75 because that's all we need. 87 driving dunk for bronze posterizer, which will go up to silver when I put my vertical up in a few minutes here. And then silver aerial wizard. Like I said, you get contacts on this build. 87 driving dunk is way better than I ever realized it was. I just recently started using the dunk meter after the buff, and it is very, very good. We are going to go ahead and throw a 35 standing dunk and a 35 post control on to round out our finishing stats. But back to the driving dunk, like I was saying, throw on Devin Booker, buy all the contact dunk animations that you can, and you will be perfectly fine with this rating. I really don't see much point in going higher on a build like this just because you do get consistent contact dunks with that 87. I mean, you guys saw in the intro, I brought this build out to the park for the first time and I was already dunking all over the other team's center. Down into the shooting category though, mid-range is going to be very high. This is where we're going to get our legend shooting badges. So we're going all the way to a 94 on that, and that is where you can put +5 cat breakers. I'll also explain where you can put the other ones, but that is where I'll be putting my 5 cat breakers, is to get a 99 mid-range and every legend shooting badge in the entire game except for limitless range. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the physicals now because I want to make sure we're seeing all the badges we're going to be able to get. So 87 speed and 87 agility, extremely fast laterally on this build. We're going to get a ton of stops, get up and down the court fast, and then that 75 vertical to boost our posterizer badge and also help us get those contact dunk animations that I was talking about. We are going to get gold slippery off ball on this build, which definitely helps get open off ball, dexing, running around, sprinting, stuff like that. But I did want to come down here, get the physicals out of the way so that we could see the rest of the badges we're going to get. The main one we were missing was shifty shooter, but there it is on gold currently. But we will have it on legend once we upgrade our mid-range with those cat breakers. Down to the playmaking, 82 pass accuracy does get us gold dimer, which I'm max +1 to get that on Hall of Fame. The pass animations you get with an 82 are extremely fast. more than you could possibly need on a point guard, honestly. I've been using 71 a lot this year, and 82 is great. I went through a 90 ball handle on because I'm going to put 5 cat breakers that I have to get that to a 95, unlocking all the dribble moves in the entire game. But if you don't have 5 cat breakers, I would definitely focus on ball handle first. throw 2 cat breakers on there. Almost everybody in the entire game has at least 2. And that 92 ball handle will unlock you a lot of animations. And then I went with an 87 speed with ball because I have 4 extra cat breakers left over after that, and I will be bringing that to a 91. If you don't have as many cat breakers as me, it's honestly not super necessary to have that at a 91. It's very good, but even if you have the 86, you can use the max plus 1 badge to get your lightning launch up to Hall of Fame still. You'll still be moving very fast. Like I said, I would focus my first 2 cat breakers on getting ball handle to a 92. I also really like a mid-range, but 94, again, more than enough if you don't have as many cat breakers as me. So 92 ball handle, and then I would start working on that speed with ball, getting that to a 91 if possible. You want to just be as fast as you can on a build like this. But overall, very, very solid playmaking stats. I'm really liking it, especially if you have as many cat breakers as me. But even if you do not, this build is still very viable. Just do what I said when it comes to that. And then down to the defense here, like I said, we are not a slouch when it comes to defense. We're even going to have our interior upgraded on a build like this, which is very helpful. 65 interior going to help us get stops in the paint. 85 perimeter, giving us a lot of silver and gold defensive badges. 85 steal for silver glove and gold interceptor, and then a 60 block rating. And then we're going to go ahead and go down and throw a 49 defensive rebound on. Doesn't really do anything, but we had a few attributes left over when I was originally making this. But like I said, all silver and gold defensive badges. We're going to get great contests. We're going to get a lot of lane steals. We're going to get a lot of pluck steals. And we are really just going to be getting a lot of bumps on the other team. Having defense this good still while being overpowered on offense. I mean, there's nobody stopping us on offense. If they sit in the paint, we're dunking on them. If they don't, we're hitting shots very consistently. We're comboing up, we're breaking ankles, we're dotting our teammates, and we're still able to play defense while being fast. I don't see a single hole in this entire build. Let me know what you guys think down below, but I really think I perfected my Season 5 guard build. Let's look at the build name and comparisons real quick before we get into our gameplay on this build. But we are going to get Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, and Kevin Johnson. And we are going to get the build name, 2-way 3-level shot creator. Definitely not anything super unique, but I love the build that comes along with this name. I've been having so much fun in this guard build, and I would highly recommend it to anybody looking for a new guard. Now let's get to this gameplay so I can show you how overpowered we are in online game modes. This gameplay was recorded right after GB3 came out with a video about how mascots affected the animations you get. So as you can see, I was testing it out here, and so was both of the other people on the other team. So you're going to see a lot of mascots in this gameplay. They did get a few buckets to start with the game, but we finally got a stop. I'm finding myself wide open in the mid-range, pulling that up and knocking it down. That 99 mid-range with all the legend shooting badges is so hard to play against. And even when it comes to three-pointers, I feel more confident on this build than any other build I have shooting with it. I mean, I'm shooting right over him. I only have an 85, but those legend badges are going to take over. And like I said, my three-point percentage has been skyrocketing ever since I made this build. I'm even a step off the line there, hitting my 3rd shot in a row for heat check. And when I get heat check, I'm not missing. That makes the green window so massive. Especially when I get to an area I have a hot spot and a 99 rating with legend shooting badges. I'm knocking that down 30 out of 30 times. I'm never missing that shot. I also like to use this little jab step behind screens. And there's that Steve Francis size up, knocking that mid-range down. It's so fast. You get such a fast speed boost. And that's why I really prefer to have that 95 ball handle. But if you don't have 95, De'Aaron Fox is also very good. It's just not quite as glitchy. Doesn't give you quite as good of an animation. But even with not quite as good of dribble moves, I mean, this build is still insane. It still can do everything on the court. The stats that I have, even without cat breakers, are so good that I'm not a weakness in any category, in my opinion. This is definitely my favorite build I've been playing on, besides lockdowns. Like, I love my lockdowns, but this guard build is crazy fun. Anyways, to end the game here, I'm finding myself wide open to knock down my 3rd 3 of the game, shooting 100% and beating those guys 23-15. This is just one of many, many gameplays I have on this build. You guys will be seeing more of this one in the future for sure, but there's a 19-point gameplay shooting 100% from 3 for you. And I did put you guys onto the best build in the entire game today in today's video, so go down there, drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment for me on your way out. I'd really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one.